Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Down South Rusty Classics. Today we've got a really interesting one for you today. Lachlan, tell them what we got.
We got a 1965 Mercedes Benz W110 Fintail.
That's right, the Fintail in Europe is known as the Heckflosse, which is just German for Fintail. This car has been off the road since 1988, so 35 years this car's been off the road. It's in remarkably good shape though, for having sat as long as it did. Today we're going to work on it and try to get it running. So let's see if it'll run. Okay, so we're getting ready to work on the car. Just wanted to talk about the car a little bit for a minute. So the car is a 65. The Mercedes 200 is the model number. The platform that the car was built on is W110. This is the second series of the W110. The first was the 190. It had a 1.9 liter engine. This has a 2 liter 4-cylinder engine, gas. They did come with diesel also, but this one is the gas engine with twin Solex carbs. This car is actually originally from Germany. It was built for the German market. It wasn't built for the American market. I believe from the history of it that I know that an American serviceman, I believe an officer in the Army, bought the car in Germany in 1965 to use while he was stationed there. Once he came back stateside, he brought the car with him. On the back bumper, there's a really cool old Fort Hood sticker on the back bumper that's still legible. So from there, I'm not sure exactly what happened with the car. I assume he drove it for several years, and then, like I said, in 1988, it was parked. It still had the original Texas tags on it from '88. So that's about all the history that we know on this car. Just thought it was interesting, though, that it was built for the German market, not the American market. The seats inside are actually a mixture of cloth and vinyl. American market cars, you could only get the leather. You couldn't get cloth seats. There's one or two other differences also. I do find it interesting that the speedometer is in miles per hour, though. I assume that that was an option that could be ordered over there. I wanted to show a couple things real quick about the trunk. I do have the original toolkit. As you can see, the toolkit bag is pretty chewed up, but I've got all the original tools, which is pretty cool. One of the strange things I wanted to show y'all, see if anybody has heard of this before and knows what it is this right here. This is some type of gyromatic anti-sway device. I've never seen anything like it in my life before. It's mounted to the floor of the trunk, bolted down somehow. So, let's see what that says right there. Pretty wild. Never seen anything like this. But has West Germany on it. Probably was made in West Germany, and might have even come new with a car or installed not too long afterwards. Anyways, if anybody knows what it is and knows more about it, drop a line in the comments and let me know. Thanks. Anyways, enough about the car. Let's go ahead and get working on it. Okay, let's get started. We're gonna dig into the engine here and see what we've got. And give me 1 second. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you the engine compartment. Okay, here's the engine compartment. The engine is complete. It has everything. There are some very little minor things missing, like the boot that goes in between the air cleaner and the carbs. That's not needed for now, just to get the engine running though. So, all right, first thing we're going to do is check the oil. See what we've got here. All right. Doesn't smell too bad. It smells a little bit like gas, but the oil looks pretty good. It feels pretty good. And it was full at the right level. So we should be good to go there. All right, the alternator is seized up, so I took the belt off here, but I want to just see if I can unseize it. I've sprayed down the alternator with some PB Blaster a few days ago, and I just want to see if I can gently coax it free. If not, I don't think we'll worry about it too much. We're not going to be running it long enough to need the alternator. Let's just see what we can do here. Seems to be seized up pretty good. Yeah, that seized up pretty solid. All right, alternator seized up pretty solid. Down the road, we'll probably take this off, see if we can't free it up. If not, we'll see about sourcing a new one. I'd rather use the original one if I can. Okay, we're going to start by pulling the plugs. We got the plug wires all labeled, so we know where they go. We're going to take a look at the plugs, see how they look, spray a little bit of PB Blaster down in the cylinders to lubricate those rings, make sure they're not stuck. I already know the engine's not stuck. I was able to turn it by hand, so we're good there. So let's go ahead and pull these plug wires off. You got to be careful in case these boots are brittle. Just move this distributor. It's not clamped down tight. So we're probably going to have to play with the timing when we get it started. Let's spray the spark plugs down real quick just to make sure they're not they're not stuck. I'm just going to hit them here real quick. Okay, we'll hang on to that for a minute. Alright. The first one, being careful not to break these. Pretty tight.
Well, that one looks good.
Alright. Plug wires look, the plugs look pretty good. They got a little bit of carbon on them. But, they look pretty darn good. These are Bosch plugs. They look vintage. Could be original plugs. Let's set this up here. Alright, number 4 actually looks pretty good. There's no rust on it at all. It's just slightly seized in there, I guess, but it looks pretty good.
Can I do number 2, or is it too far?
Let me break it loose for you, and then I'll let you take it out, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome. Number 2 looks pretty good as well. Okay, number 1, I think we can get to it. All right, here you go. All right, there's spark plug number one. Spark plug number one looks great. All right. So got the plugs out. Let's just spray just a bit of Marvel Mist Oil. I mean, PB Blaster down in the cylinders.
Can I see if I can do this?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everything looks good on that. I think I'll leave the plugs out for a minute, and we'll hook the battery up and just try and crank it over and see what we get. Let's make sure everything cranks over. Okay. We're about to check now and make sure the engine turns over fine. We've got the spark plugs out. We put a little bit of PB Blaster down in the cylinders to make sure that the rings aren't seized to the cylinder walls. And we're going to do a real quick crank over here just to make sure the engine spins over freely. Let's see what we got. Go ahead, Lachlan, crank it over. Good. Perfect. We had a good crank. It cranks over just fine. Sounds great. So our next step is to go ahead and check the points and see how they look. See if we need to do anything. Looks like the condenser on this unit is on the outside. We'll take the cap off here in just a second and check the points. Let's do that now. All right, let's check the points out. So, grab a screwdriver. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, points look terrific. They look absolutely beautiful. I don't even see any corrosion on the contactors at all. Looks amazing. The rotor looks great. Cap looks great. No corrosion on anything. The button's great. Everything looks great in here. All right, what we're going to do now is crank it over and see if we have spark. All right, go ahead and crank. Oh yeah, good. Beautiful, beautiful spark. We're good on that. We've got spark. The spark is very good. All right, put the cap back on. All right, next thing we're going to do is check and make sure we have spark at a spark plug. So we're going to get one of these plug wires. Yeah, we'll get number 4. Let's put it in here. All right, go ahead and crank it. Yep, we got spark. Good. Nice.
Everything is going right today.
Don't jinx us. Don't jinx us. Okay. So let's go ahead and put the plugs back in. I'll get them started, and then I'll let you boys get them all the way in. I put the socket all the way down on there gently. You'll fit. There you go. You feel it go all the way in. Let's see. Yeah, that's good right there. There you go. Go ahead and get that one. Oops, the boot came off with it. Put the boot back down there. All right, Landon, come over here, buddy. All right, you're gonna get number 2.
And then number 1.
Yep, put it all the way down on it.
Isn't that wire blocking it?
No, you'll be fine. All right, you don't have it on it yet. Get it. Look, turn it left and right till you feel it falls all the way down. Now it's on it. Use one hand to hold this. One hand to hold the extension. There you go.
That's it.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me just... Okay, we're good on that one.
Number 1.
I need the... There you go. All right, it's on there. Go ahead. Use the other hand to hold that. And unfortunately, we moved the distributor again, so that's something we're definitely going to have to do, is set the timing. Okay, good. All right, let's put the plug wires back on. All right, we're about to fill up the float bowls and the carbs here real quick, and see what we got. Okay. Now, what we need to do is these lines right here, the crossover lines. I'm just going to stick these on here. We got that on. Now what we're going to do is hook our tank up. Bring it down.
Yeah, it fits.
All right, we got it on there. That's good. All right, we're about to try and crank the car up. We've got some gas in the float bowls. We've got our tank hooked up with some gas in it. I've got some starting fluid in case we need it. I don't see the accelerator pumps pumping yet, but there may not be enough. Let's just give it a little crank and see what we got. Go ahead. Stop. One thing I know is that the timing was off. Let's put a little bit of starting fluid in. All right, let's crank it and see what we got. Come on.
Is that the timing?
Stop.
Is that the timing?
Yes, this is the timing.
Okay.
Crank it again. Stop. Let's try it again. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. All right, stop. All right, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, stop. All right, let's go. Come on. Stop. The battery's starting to get weak. Dang it, what is going on with this? I wonder what compression is on those. We got a lot of blow by. See this right here? This is the vents, the crankcase pressure, and there's a lot of it.
Is the distributor on the right way?
As far as I can tell, I think that straight back is about right. I don't know if maybe any of these plugs.
Yeah, look at the coil.
1, 3, 4, 2. So where's 1? 1
is right there.
1, So this should be 3. 3. This should be 4. Yep. And then this should be 2. It is. Okay, so it's in the right order. Man, that's hot. No, it's got plenty of spark. I just don't think we're getting enough fuel somehow. I wonder if these float bowls are even filling up. I wonder if this float could be stuck up. I'm afraid to take the top of the carb off because I'm afraid of this gasket breaking.
But you still have gasket material.
I do have gasket material. I could make a gasket for it if I break it. I think we've got something going on in the carbs that we need to look at. Let's take this off. Okay. Taking the little circlip off of the choke linkage. All right. Okay. Float bowl is full. It is not seized up, but that accelerator pump is not working. This was obviously working just fine. Nothing wrong with that. What we need to see is if the jets are operating. I don't see hardly any gas coming in at all. I don't see any. I mean, it's wet down there.
But that's because you spooled it?
Yeah.
This wash is all bent.
I got it.
And that's one.
All right. Let me break these loose and I'll let you take them off carefully.
It's full and it doesn't seem seized.
And it's full as well.
It's not seized.
Nope. Nothing seems wrong with that.
It's not seized. Really tried.
I'm not seeing any fuel being squirted out in either of these. I think the jets are completely plugged on these.
So you need a rebuild kit?
No, I need to take them apart to get to the jets. Let's go ahead and put this back on. Let's put all this back.
Oh, there's Mr. Screwdriver.
Let's get this back together. All right. I remember what it was now. When we bought this, the carburetor bolts were missing. I had to go to the hardware store and buy them to put them on.
Oh, so the carburetor was just sitting on there?
Yes. All right, I'm gonna have to undo that linkage. And that should, no, I gotta undo the linkage down there. I'm gonna have to go around that way. Got it off the bottom. All right, so this carb should be free. Oh, spring. Spring. Get you off there.
And now you can go up.
Take that and go put it carefully because it's gonna pour out over here. Just hold it level and go take it over to my table. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and take them off by hand. Don't lose the washer that's with it. I have to pop that linkage off. Alright. Don't leave the washer for now. Just come get this side. Leave the washer. Get this side.
And all the washers are sorted.
Okay. Ease off real quick. All right.
They got them.
This is totally plugged.
I can't get this one. I can't get this one done.
Leads me to believe it's gunked up. It's gunked up. It's block solid. That might be all we need to do. I don't know. Solid too. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was definitely plugged. And that might have been all we needed to do. We may not have had to take them out of the car, but that's done is done. All right. Let's get these linkages hooked back up. All right. Are we ready for test number
200 quadrillion.
Yeah, something like that. Give us a little gas. All right, are we ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Come on, baby. Woo!
Timing.
Yeah, probably got to adjust it a little bit. All right, we almost had it started. The battery started getting weak on us. So let's see what we got now. We just hooked the charger up to it. All right, let's go. Stop. All right, go ahead. Come on. Stop. All right, let's go. All right, stop. Just giving it a minute to cool down and everything. If the carb's flooded, just to let it air out a bit. I'm concerned about all this crankcase pressure. It's a lot. It makes me want to do a compression test. We had it running. Now, if some valves have gotten stuck open, then it's going to be real hard to run. We'd have to pull the valve cover off to see if any valves are stuck. Go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. All right, stop. We're close. There's one possible problem. That one's good. 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 Number 4 was a problem. We'll see if we fixed it.
I think number 4 is the best one.
Yeah, I know, but it was the one that the clip wasn't on right. All right, let's do it again. Go ahead. Lachlan, come on here, quickly. Here. Killed it.
Is that smoke? Or was it just...
But it's running now, and it seemed to be running pretty smooth. Okay, well, as you heard, we got it running. only for a minute or so. The carbs are really gunked up and are going to need to be rebuilt. It seems like we've got quite a bit of blow by, so we're probably going to do a compression test on the engine tomorrow. Check the compression on all the cylinders, see if we have good compression or not. I am concerned about that blow by. So overall it was a success. Setbacks here and there, little bits of frustration here and there on things, but overall it did run. But we hope to get it running for more than 30 seconds at a time, and we will continue working on it and get a part 2 out to where we have it running smoothly and idling. So that'll do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a like. Feel free to comment on anything that you'd like to in the comments section. We'd love to hear from y'all. And also, if you're not subscribed, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Every subscriber that we get helps us out, enables us to bring more of this content to y'all. So please don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on so you can see whenever we post a new video. So that'll be all for today. We hope you all had a good time watching this, and we hope you all have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.